11. Friends don't lie.
Stop it! You're freaking her out!
She's freaking me out! The upside down.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
No. I found the chocolate pudding!
Oh God, please tell me it's not the kid.
I need you to hide!
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Holy shit.
Welcome back. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Stranger Things. This time it's episode 6 of season 2, chapter 6, The Spy.
Super sneaky spy.
I am the spy.
I am the spy. Where does that come from?
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, yeah. That's a quote I'll never get.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I am the spy.
I'm trying to compete with Andy live on our Deep V marathon. I think he's going to win simply because I have an undershirt.
Yeah, Andy's definitely in the lead right now. Stay tuned. We'll see if it gets... Oh, Kit's going for it. He's going for the lead there.
He's going for the lead. Andy's got the chain.
Yeah.
Which gives it like that smarmy, sexy effect.
Call me smarmy.
I'm just saying. I don't know what am I saying that's not insulting.
I don't know. Sultry?
You know?
I mean, he pulls it off. Andy looks great with that chain. Really, the chain does make it like, because if the chain wasn't there, you would kind of be like, what's this presentation for? But he's got the chain. And so the V leads the eye down to the gold, to the bling, if you will.
To the gold, which is wink, wink, the necklace. Mm-hmm. But we're going to talk about our overall thoughts after a MadLib, get really into the deep nitty gritty of The Spy. And talk about our chocolate puddings, our Easter Eggos, 80s lore references that we've gleaned from the text. Step into the Nina, of course.
Of course.
All that good stuff is up ahead. And we appreciate you guys for listening. We're so excited for season 5, slated to drop November 26th as the first of 3 installments. And again, we are rewatching Stranger Things. So if you haven't watched the show before, listen to our previous coverage many years ago. This might not be the series for you, but you can hop in quick. Just catch up and get back to us.
Come on in.
The water's fine. That's right. My constituency. So who's doing the MadLib today? Classic Steve or
fucking dibs? Give it here.
Oh, Andy's got it. Andy, I already picked it for you.
Oh, sweet.
Here's
Thanks,
the pen
man.
as well.
Here's the pen and the lib.
Are we doing it now?
It's time for the MadLibs.
This is the fucking segment where you guys give me words and I write them down. And we make a story. Let's do this.
Andy's coming at the MadLibs with the energy of someone who's like 3 days to retirement and over this place is shit.
That's his energy in general. It's just his disposition.
I woke up today for this.
Steve,
Me.
give me an adjective.
Surly.
Kit, I need a silly word.
Floops, fluglies.
Plural noun.
Ankle weights.
Kit, I need a verb.
Edge.
Steve, I need a noun.
Belt buckle.
Kit, I need a last name.
Rockefeller.
Steve, I need a plural noun.
Gators.
Kit, I need an adjective.
Salty.
Steve, give me an occupation.
Pro wrestler.
Give me a type of liquid.
Hold.
Pickle juice.
Steve, I need an adjective.
Squirrely.
Kit, I also need an adjective.
Burnt.
Steve, I need a number.
2.
This is going to be funny. Kit, I need a verb.
Dominate.
Steve, plural noun.
Anal beads.
Kit, I need an adjective.
Do it.
No, I was just thinking about the anal beads. Because I don't have any experience with them and I don't know if you just pack them in like a fucking, like a magician with a handkerchief.
Yeah, I think you packed them in.
Where do they all go?
I think you packed them in and then you rip them out like you're trying to start an old lawnmower.
Oh, I think you're supposed to. Adjective, you say?
Yes.
Marry.
Steve, I need a plural noun.
Bathrobes.
And lastly, Kit, please give me a verb.
Confused.
A verb.
Sorry, but apropos. Bludgeon.
All right, tune in to the end of the episode to check out the story that these two jabronis came up entitled Spare Me.
Spare me.
Spare me. All right, let's get into it. Our overall thoughts on rewatching The Spy. Andy.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think that this is a really great episode. It has a really fun, like, overall conceit, like this big fake out They set up what you think is going to be this huge standoff with the kids and the Demogorgons, and then, pull the rug out from under you, and it's like this trap being set by Will the Spy. And I think that that's really fun. I love the awkward teenage drama, sappy, sweet stuff that's going on with Jonathan and Nancy. Murray is fucking hysterical, and I love that he is an addition this season. I think that the little bit where he is eating breakfast with them and the egg falls off of his fork has to be an outtake. And he just stays in character and gives it that oops. And that's so funny.
They've got great chemistry, Jay Bird and Nancy. So it's one of those things you love to see the characters come together finally.
Yeah.
And isn't it interesting the way they introduced Murray in this season as this pretty like put together journalist who's like out for the truth, and then when we go to his house, he's just in his bathrobe. Hey kids, use the sofa. You want some vodka? It's wild.
It is insane. He's encouraging underage drinking, and that should be a problem, but it's not.
He gives them a roadie.
I know. It's so fire.
For what purpose?
So in case they want to run it back, you know what I mean? Give Jonathan a chance to redeem himself.
And it's like, it looks like peach stolichnaya or something. I'm not sure, but it looked like one of the flavored ones.
Yeah.
That's what you drink in high school.
The kind you'd get rid of for sure, and the kind that they would prefer.
I bequeath unto you Jägermeister that's been in my freezer for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the Jäg.
I love Jägermeister.
Oh, it's awful. I think that Steve giving Dustin advice is the most wholesome and sweet thing that has happened on this entire series so far. I love that scene so much. I think that it's just absolutely great. I also had the thought that, you know, we made the joke previously when we covered this season that Mike is just an absolute miserable fuck, and that it hasn't really been the case. And I'm like, oh, he wasn't that bad.
He's been pretty MIA though for most of the episodes. This season really takes a step away from Mike for a huge chunk of it.
Yeah, I think that they just don't really know what to do with his character.
Until 11 comes back.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, is this the first episode and only episode where 11 doesn't appear at all?
It is, Andy. I actually did some research on that. And yeah, this is the first time 11 hasn't appeared in an episode at all in the entire series, which is a huge deal considering apparently she's 50% of the reason why I watch the show. So still a great episode.
Apparently. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Steve?
I echo everything you just said, Andy. Wonderful episode. This, if I could quote Stefan from SNL, this episode has everything. It has stakes, action, comedy, drama, an incredibly awkward Murray Bauman scene. It's got it all. Even though there's a lot of action happening in this scene, it still makes way for some really great character development. We learn a lot about a bunch of characters that we weren't quite sure about this season so far. We kind of finally figure out what Max and Billy's sort of relationship is in a way. We get a little bit more information about that. We get a little bit of a confirmation, I think, in my opinion, as to Dr. Owen's motivations, at least seemingly, because, you know, this whole season you're kind of wondering, like, is he a good guy? Is he another Brenner? Where does he fall on the morality spectrum? And he seemingly honestly does care about Will and his well-being, and he's not just about the science. And I think that's really cool. And also you get what you kind of touched on a little bit ago, Andy, is the Steve Harrington of it all. Like how kind that character can be, how brave that character can be. And yeah, that budding relationship between he and Dustin is one of the best things that the show's ever put forward. And it's one of those things you never knew you wanted, you never knew you needed, but now that you have it, I can't imagine the show any other way. It's so great and awesome. And it's really refreshing and fun to see Will go like full villain kid in this, like full creep kid. It's so great. Like he likes it whole. They shouldn't have done that. All that stuff. He seems like he's just a boy. He's just a boy. He seems like a completely different character in some of the ways he's acting in these scenes, like how cold and distant he is. He's getting great direction and he's giving a great performance. This whole season, Noah Schnapp's been amazing, but you know, this is just another little badge for him because he's crushing it in this episode as well. And yeah, I love this episode. This could be my favorite episode thus far this season. I don't know if one of the next three might overtake it, but as of right now, I think this is my favorite episode of the season though so far. But Kit, what about you?
I tend to agree. I think This is a great episode. I don't know how much I have to add that hasn't been touched on. I think this unique element that the character of Murray Bauman brings in as sort of the catalyst for something that we've been, kind of teased about for the entirety of the show, other than their kind of dark origins as a couple.
You mean Jonathan and Nancy's
Jay Bird being a little predatory, and then, she kind of like, well, in a cute way. But other than that, like they've had this real chemistry that is not present when she's with Steve, which is probably literally the case because as we all know, Natalia Dyer and Charlie Heaton ended up dating for some years after this. And I don't know if they're still together, but at least for a while they were. Mm-hmm. And so it's like there's a real love there that we're witnessing, that Murray can see.
That is some serious method acting.
Yeah.
I'm saying we got to be together in real life.
And there's so, like Andy talked about the relationship between Dustin and Steve as well. And that's kind of where he got pushed off to, like, hey, you're not really that good for Nancy, but you're great with these kids. And you're a really strong kind of frontline warrior against the Demogorgon. And he fits much better in that group with his like lovable silliness. You don't like pity Nancy because of it. You're able to focus on all the positives of his personality. And I don't know, I think it's great. And they kind of maybe accidentally, maybe on purpose, but stumbled upon, it seems, some couple of really brilliant things that kind of carry through the rest of the show in seasons 3 and 4 and make it really strong and fun. And it has its origins here. And I think I agree. This might be kind of the strongest episode of this whole season. That's what I have to say about that.
I can confirm that Natalia Dyer and Charlie Heaton are still together.
Still together.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
According to these reports on people.com.
The dude abides and so does love. Mm-hmm. We love love.
We love love.
Those are our overall thoughts. It's time to get into the nitty gritty, the deep dive, scene by scene replay of what happened this episode. But first, a quick word from one of our sponsors. And we're back, and Netflix describes The Spy thusly. Will's connection to a shadow evil grows stronger, but no one's quite sure how to stop it. Elsewhere, Dustin and Steve forge an unlikely bond.
Those are the best type of bonds to forge.
Unlikely.
Unlikely ones, yeah.
Well, I think you could say we have an unlikely bond.
Oh, we absolutely have an unlikely bond.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because in many ways, it's quite likely.
Well, I often think about the fact that Andy and I think, have a bond because we were at school together. But the fact that you and I have ever bond several times, that's where the bond is actually together.
Yeah. Weird class, though.
Metallurgy. But yeah, sometimes I think like the fact like that you and I have become friends over the years is like, oh, without the podcast, that never would have happened. That's so cool. But you're one of my best friends, along with Andy.
The pod unites.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it starts out with Will being rushed into the hospital, quote unquote. It's really the lab. I remember the last time we saw Will is when he was wigging out outside the hole and all the people were shining on with their flashlights. What's wrong with this kid?
What's he doing?
Make him stop. Kick him.
Did someone give him Surge? I think he drank too much Surge.
Classic. Hopper is being deloused. He's got the whole 1980s prison thing where he's getting hosed down.
Yeah.
Oh, and that dude's loving it. He's like, look at this cut of meat. I get to hose it down.
Slicing him up with that.
Spread them.
With that water.
Give me my big brush. But it hurts everywhere, is what Will keeps yelling. So where does it hurt, honey? Everywhere.
That's right. Not specific. They showed him there's 8 faces on a scale, on your pain scale.
The angry one. The angry one.
Which one's swirling around and screaming?
His heart rate is 220. That is high.
And his temperature is 106.
Jeez Louise.
That's like brain frying. You can't get higher than 106. You can't stay at 106 long without some brain damage.
That's why his brain was all red in them scans. Mm-hmm. Brain frying.
Are they still burning
eggs.
the vines at that point? Is that or did they start burning and stop when he was screaming? Or are they actively still doing the burn while they're rushing him in and they don't have that connection yet?
I think they're still burning. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing that.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to
I'll co-sign that.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Steve and Dustin are cruising. They have this whole banter, how you know he's not a lizard? So Steve's trying to how you know it's like a Demogorgon? That seems
because his
dramatic.
face opened up and he ate my cat.
Fair enough.
It's a good reason. It's a good reason.
Steve readies the bat to open the cellar. It's really cool to see him holding that again.
He tosses the keys to Dustin. He's such a little badass.
He's cool, man. But he's only cool in relation to kids.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's not, I'm not even naysaying that. I think that's part of it and why he fits so much better here. When he's amidst like Billy or even Tommy, and like Tommy shut him down immediately. You want to get your ass kicked again, Harrington? I bet not.
Yeah.
But he has the confidence now to be his true self because he's like definitely way cooler than Dustin.
Yeah, he's like those 35-year-olds that we partied with when we we were 16. We're like, oh, he's so cool.
Well, I wouldn't put him in that camp. You know? It's a little inappropriate.
He's just a couple years older than these guys.
But I see what you're saying.
Right.
If he doesn't get his act together, he could be that guy.
Yeah. But he's been going through a transformation, Steve Harrington, because like he doesn't have all his friends. Nancy seems to be gone. He has like no one really.
Yeah.
To like rely on, or he has no friend group at all. Like he's very alone, which is so fascinating for the kid that was like king of the school, and now he's socially ostracized for reasons.
Yeah.
Because he started to be an okay dude.
It's not an easy transition, you know?
That's what society does.
Standing up for what's right.
Yep.
Then Dustin's like, I'll stay up here in case he tries to escape, because Steve has to full on go down into the cellar.
It's so funny.
Which is crazy.
If this is a Halloween prank, kid, I'm going to kill you.
And he finds that it has shed again, so we can all assume that it's bigger now.
Can you imagine being Steve? Ugh.
Yeah.
This is what you sent me down here for?
Oh my God.
It's goopy.
And
Dustin, what is this?
It turns out it dug a hole through the wall and escaped through the cinder blocks.
That thing was so mad. That thing was so angry.
So hungry.
Like, you've seen those dogs that are
down here.
You've seen those dogs that are put in their like crates for the day, and they're like, like that was Dart. Just had separation anxiety. Where's Papa Dustin?
I assume he vomited and shat all over himself before he dug the hole.
Oh yeah. Thankfully they didn't show us that, because that's 100% what Dart did. He grew a new skin, shat himself, rubbed it everywhere, screwed his butt on the ground, pissed in the other corner, and then buried in the wall. Tore up any couches that were down there too.
I'm so mad at you.
You were like Papa.
That's right. And then we get like his distant roar, because we get that like drone shot,
Like the camera goes in the tunnel and then out.
evincing that he's somewhere in the forest, right?
Yeah.
And then we get the title. That shit, right? The lab comes in to the buyer's house to photograph all of Will's drawings of, the map that, quote unquote, the map of the tunnels that he made of Hawkins. And Joyce is reporting everything to Dr. Owens. And Dr. Owens has the gall, the audacity to say, why didn't you tell me? She's been bringing him to these appointments weekly or whatever.
Joyce, these are new symptoms.
You're the one that said it was PTSD.
Ooh, I did. But hear me out.
These are new symptoms.
This is weird.
They refuse to transfer him to a real hospital. That's not an option. And Joyce lays it down, stands up. Because any of you stupid lab coat wearing motherfuckers tell me what's wrong with my boy?
What's wrong with my boy?
My boy. That's right.
And she hits the table.
Yeah.
That's the iconic boy. That's the best one.
It is.
Of the whole series.
What's wrong with my boy?
I am the eldest boy.
Jonathan.
That's a reference you guys don't get because you're Philistines. Succession. Murray and Nancy mailing out copies of the tape is the next scene. They've got them all copied out, probably edited a little bit per their plan to water it down.
Water down, yeah. They had a good little system going.
Yeah.
Someone's in charge of
Jonathan's
the
supposed
tape.
to lick the envelopes.
Yeah.
That's all he's good for. I still don't get it.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Still don't get it.
Is this address right?
Why are we putting water in these?
You guys said to water it down. None of these envelopes have
I'm
water
ruining
in it.
all these tapes. I just want you to know. I don't shoot Polaroid. Sorry.
I also I put the Clash on these tapes as well.
He taped over them with sweet songs.
The person at the Chicago Sun-Times or whatever is going to be like, well, this is a kick-ass mix. I don't know why.
I love Kenny Rogers.
Jay Bird's not putting Kenny Rogers on the tape.
And then they toast to taking down the man. And then, Murray's like, he's pretty creepy here, but I don't want to totally ruin the vibes.
You guys should fuck.
Well, even before that,
You've been thinking about it.
They're in Murray's basement. He's in a bathrobe, and he's just like, "You guys should sleep over."
Well, at first, they caught him unawares, right? This is according to you guys, he did not know they were coming. And so he's just like, whoa, hey, right? But this is many hours later.
Yeah.
You had so much time and so many opportunities to put on pants, right?
Yeah. And a shirt at least.
In his own home.
No, not at least. You don't want to be Donald ducking it around these kids.
Well, I assume he would have the pants he already still has on.
I would argue pants with the tank top is way better than shirt boxers.
Well, yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
And like those weird, like, what do they call them? What that dudes would wear that like held their socks up?
Oh, like little garter belts?
Yeah.
Sure. But he's like, hey, it's too late. You guys have been drinking. Take my guest room. They start to, it is pretty late, no,
Do you
right?
want to stay?
And then they want separate rooms. Jonathan asks if he has a couch he can crash on in addition to the guest room. And he's like, what's going on here? He
Lovers
just
quarrel?
assumed that they were together. And then he laughs in their face. He's a man of many years looking at the ignorant youth with disdain and somewhat amusement.
The clear chemistry between these two.
We like Steve,
And you have shared trauma.
but we don't love Steve.
That's the good stuff. I love that bit. What's his name? Tell me.
Steve.
Because he knows there's a guy, right?
Yeah.
And he works it all out on his own. We like Steve, but we don't love Steve.
And I love how he like analyzes all of them too, because he has Jonathan pegged immediately. He's like, you got trust issues, probably with your dad, right? And then Nancy pops in. His dad is an asshole. And then he gets to Nancy. He's like, you're a little harder to figure out, but he gets there. But I just like how he kind of always throws shade, a little bit of shade at Jonathan. Like, I know your deal, kid.
Yeah.
But Nancy, you're cool. Like you're kind of on my level a little bit, but I see where you're coming from. But we
Cut
like
the
Steve.
bullshit and fuck in my house. That's what I'm saying. Like his advice is like actually pretty endearing and heartening in a different setting, right?
Yeah.
If it was like in public and he was just saying in general, I think you two have feelings for each other.
And
that
they're
you
drinking soda.
that you need to stop ignoring.
They've been drinking soda all day.
But in his underwear in his house, right?
in his basement after he's been giving them
3/4 of a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
deep.
yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like you guys can't drive home, huh? Guess you'll have to stay in my guest room, eh?
Ignore the locks.
Yeah, and his basement already looks like it's like a fallout shelter, kinda, you know?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be trapped down
There's
there.
already another intercom in the guest room. Look at the camera where they're like, huh?
Oh god.
Anyway. But they lie down in their separate beds and they're each kind of lamenting and disagreeing with the things Murray has claimed.
Harumphing is what I put in my
They are
notes.
harumphing.
Definitely harumphing.
No,
I'm not afraid. Trust
Those
issues.
have trust issues.
And then they end up meeting in the middle, both calling bullshit on Murray
He's
and going
bullshit.
back to their room. Oh, I'm glad we're on the same page there. So they puss out again. And there's this epic John Hughes-esque moment where she can't sleep. She jerks open the door and to go to Jonathan's room, but standing at her door is Jonathan already.
Jaybird,
This
you
kind of
dog.
thing has been recreated in rom-coms a million times.
Yeah.
And I have a hot take. It works every goddamn time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think that's hot at all. I think that is just a simple bona fide fact.
It's a hot milk take. That's a cold milk take.
Again.
Ew, what?
What? That's a cold milk take?
I'm just saying it's not a hot take.
It does a body good? Is this a 2% or?
Gives you a mustache.
Oh, milk.
It's ignore the milk. I'm sorry I brought it up.
I love the music. It really amps up the emotion of them finally like getting together and you're just kind of like, yeah, come on. Jaybird and Nancy are like, I stand Jaybird and Nancy.
And they kiss passionately. And it transitions to Erica making He-Man kiss
That's
Barbie.
a great transition. What a great edit that is. And then she's doing like, it reminds me of, I don't know if this is an Eggo, but it reminds me of Dark Helmet playing with his dolls and Spaceballs, where it's like, thank you for saving my life, He-Man. Oh, you're welcome. We're so in love.
Or like Firefly.
Guess you're sudden but inevitable betrayal.
And then this is how Lucas finds out that there's a code red. He goes in to get his He-Man from Erica. And she's
Aren't
like,
you a little old to be playing with toys?
your friend wouldn't shut up or whatever she says.
She is such a G. Like she is so good at cutting her brother down. Like poor Lucas, that kid is getting it every time he goes home. He got this little gremlin. It's like, hey, heard you're a big loser. Like, oh, I can imagine being
Some
Lucas with that
nerd.
sister who's that smart and good at identifying weakness.
Especially your younger sister. Like,
I know.
Tear you up. And Lucas is like, sorry, man, I've been busy. What's going on? Why are you with Steve Harrington? You know, like, what's going on, right?
Bring your binoculars and wrist rocket.
Just meet me here. It's time. It's go time.
Dart grew again, and I'm pretty sure he's a baby Demogorgon. What?
The lab is giving Hop the green light after the delousing. He's good to go if he wants to, but there's something he should see first.
He's also puking in a bucket, which is
Yeah, you're good.
horrifying.
I don't know that. No, you're fine.
Hold my hair. I love that beat where he asks him how you doing, and he just David Harbour's turn and that little grin he gives, and never better after just vomiting his bowels into a bucket. Hilarious.
I guess you can vomit your bowels.
It was hyperbole. He's vomiting so much. Like
No, I get it. It just gave me imagery of, shit vomiting,
Yeah. Everything's shit with enough time.
The gate is now huge. And it's like this iconic, epic, elevator. The whole elevator ride is going down the crevasse.
So is this below what we originally saw? Like
Yes.
we saw the gate and it grew down,
Right.
and they've just did a hella great job of excavating below them.
They did.
Shepard 2.0 was like, sir, this looks like it's going further below what we've been burning. They drilled down there and like, oh, fuck.
Shepard 2 had a CDL, got an excavator, took that out lickety split. It's easy to rent one, especially in these rural areas,
Oh yeah, you just go to whatever.
Excavatorrental.com.
Yeah, yeah, on the internet.
That's right.
The DARPAnet.
They don't have the internet, do they? It would be the Yellow Pages.
Was DARPAnet around at this time?
But people weren't listing their services on it yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It was mostly government stuff. There was no Craigslist.
Not yet.
Yeah, the DARPAnet or ARPANET was around at this point, but it's like a precursor to modern internet. So the government would have access to it. So maybe they could have looked up the website for.
And they found just Eugene's excavators. I snuck on here.
I made a GeoCities.
Y'all heard of Neopets?
This Newground stuff is crazy.
You're gonna love it.
You ever seen Homestar Runner?
Oh shoot, I love sending him emails.
He's funny. You call me the Burninator.
Ignore Ted. He found Faces of Death. He's still fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh no, Faces of Death. That's a callback.
Rotten.com.
Ugh.
Anyway, that's what happened to us.
That's why there's parental locks on internet now.
He says, Dr. Owen says organisms adapt, right? So it's spreading, it's evolving, it's spreading like cancer, and they can't burn it because it hurts Will. There's a complication with the only thing that seems to work in, curtailing it, band-aiding it, right? Joyce kind of catches Bob Newby up on things like off screen, we can surmise. And he's like, oh, it's great. You sure weren't lying. You weren't like other families. You weren't kidding. I love that.
You weren't kidding.
Oh, Bob Newby's superhero. That's neat. He's taking it well.
I love how they
Got a
spend
little shake to it.
I love how they spend a good amount of time. Out of everything they talk about, a good portion of it is spent on, they're going to make you sign a lot of documents. What kind of documents? I don't know, real big ones. Oh, should I get a lawyer? Probably. I think maybe.
Steve, you're doing the Stifler mom voice. Hot dog.
Oh, yeah. They're going to make you sign an NDA.
Will wakes up. He no longer knows who Bob is. That's alarming.
Oh, that's devastating.
Bob, as the stepdad, and that's got to hurt. Major backslide.
I mean, anytime you have a relative that forgets who you are because of an illness,
or your
awful.
teacher,
Well,
that's got to hurt.
That did hurt. That did
Poor
hurt.
Bob. He's like fucking typical.
Yeah. I told you about Mr. Baldo. Now you're just going to do me like this? Mm-hmm. I knew
I
it.
opened up to you, Will.
I did.
I opened up to you.
He hits him. Starts drinking. Lonnie was right about you, Will. You've been hanging out with Lonnie? He's not that bad.
He's okay once you get to know him.
A little blow, and he likes to play with electronics with me.
But Mike is shooketh. They do cut to Mike specifically just to be like, what? He doesn't know who Bob is. We all know who Bob is.
It's Bob the Brain.
Bob the Brain, buddy.
He's legendary.
He founded the AV Club.
Dr. Pepper, baloney. Come on, man.
Murray's cooking breakfast for the two lovebirds now, and he's so satisfied with himself. And how was the pullout? And Jonathan does a spit take. Nancy avoids his gaze.
The sofa, the pull-out sofa, Jaybird. How was it?
And then, of course, he does the iconic oops. Nancy calls Karen and lies. Karen's really off her game this season. She's completely like, she's just on the phone with Diane for hours at a time.
She needs her time.
Nancy's calling up. Hey, I'm at so-and-so's. Obviously not true. Okay, see ya.
Nancy can handle herself. That's true. Karen needs her own time. She's her own woman. She has to hang out with Ted all the time. Let that woman have some free time.
She's fully out in Valaris now, just living her best life.
What?
That's a joke for 4 educated people. Okay. It's a Court of Thorns and Roses.
Okay.
Jonathan couldn't reach his family. I like how they kind of address that from a writing perspective, but he's not worried about it. You know, obviously we know they're at the lab, but he's like, they're probably out.
He does look worried.
Seen Poltergeist.
He says that they're probably at a movie, but then like when Nancy turns, he kind of does like almost like I hope. Like you can tell he's a little worried.
Yeah, the clarity that he's gotten from the pre-haste is leaving now.
The pre-haste clarity.
This is the post-haste clarity. You know what I'm saying?
And then Murray tells them to fuck off and gives them vodka and water to go. Which is wonderful.
Kind of drive safe.
Again, if these were slightly older people, it would be kind of a nice, like, hey guys, we did it.
Yeah.
Like, here's a nice memory of how we watered a story down and we're going to take down the man. All right, fuck off.
For your travels.
If you need to reach me again, don't. Lucas goes to Max's house. Ding dong. And Billy's in there curling. He's with a ciggy.
Of course he's working out with a ciggy.
You got to work out with a
And
ciggy.
a beer.
Mm-hmm. If it was a joint, that would make more sense, but you can't work out with a ciggy.
He's got to hydrate with that beer. He's like, ooh, I'm working up a sweat. Let me get some Schlitz.
And Lucas tells Max, I have proof of that fantastical story that I told you, but we have to go now. And she comes back in. Billy's very suspicious, and it's set up like a horror movie. It's so interesting how they handle all this. Mm-hmm. And then she ends up taking off out back with Lucas on his bike and tells him she was talking to Mormons.
Who are you talking to? Mormons? Talkative ones?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember the Mormons?
My name is Elder Price.
I know of Mormons.
Did you get visited by Mormons at the door?
I never know. I get visited by vaguely religious people quite often. I don't ever bother to know what.
Well, the Normans have an outfit.
Yeah, but sometimes they're just wearing a
name
the tie, you know?
I was too nice to Mormons one time, and they kept coming back to my parents' house.
I remember that.
Over
when you were dealing
over
with that.
and over.
This is really stupid. This is a story that shows how dumb of a kid I was. I was also too nice to Mormons because I let them in my house one time.
Oh no.
And I was the only one home.
Then they start spreading, and you're like, how do you get rid of these things?
Yeah. I was probably like
turn on the light, the Mormons
14.
scatter.
Mormicide.
Only 10 of us are getting into heaven. Yeah, I let them in one time. I was probably like 13 or 14. And
you were a minor. That's why you're saying.
Yeah, it was really dumb of me. And
there's a movie about that.
Probably.
Panic Room.
It's got Hugh Grant. It's good. It's a good movie.
Oh, Heretic?
Yeah. It's the reverse of that, but it's similar.
Steve, did you kill the Mormons?
I'm not at liberty to say. Can neither confirm nor deny.
How long were they there?
Maybe like
They're still
20 minutes.
Carol lives with them now.
They weren't there that long. It's actually one of the first times I remember being young and thinking like, religion's bullshit, isn't it? Like it was one of the first times my like atheist agnostic viewpoints came. Because at the time I was going to some friends' church for like lock-ins, and they would be like, if you don't know Jesus, you're going to hell. And then the Mormon dude was like, you see all the people playing with the animals? Everyone's getting into heaven. And that's not even a Mormon belief, I don't think. But he was using that to try to give me, I can go play with a tiger in heaven. That's awesome. Hell yeah, dude. But in the moment, I'm like, but the other guy says that's not the case. But you're saying the complete opposite. I think you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Tell me more about Joseph Smith.
I got to go to soccer practice. Please go. But then they came back later when my mom was home. And my mom was like, I will kick your ass.
You get out of here.
She took their Legos and stomped them into nothing. Why'd they bring those?
It's part of it. There's a kid there. Bring Legos.
Yeah, I had a lady stop by my house a week ago, and I am not. You know that I'm like, Andy knows I'm a really nice guy, but also not You know what I mean? Like I just don't have the give a fuck at certain times.
Come out with a shotgun.
No, I just open the door. Both my dogs are row, 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 row. I'm standing there, tank top, tattoos, bald. Yeah. And I'm very annoyed that they made my dogs bark. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't like visitors, period. Like if it was Andy, I'd be like, why didn't you text me? You know what I mean? Like that's definitely don't want this lady and this dude here. And she's like, we're just here to give you this pamphlet and, you know, everybody's welcome. Okay, thank you. You know, because it's like, you know.
You can't open your door nowadays or answer your door, I should say.
I know.
If anybody rings your doorbell,
It's never good.
It's normally two kids trying to mow my tiny lawn.
Oh, yeah. Or just straight up ask for money.
Well,
You guys ever get that?
That happened to me once.
Hey, you got any money?
I was
No.
like, and I respect that they're willing to
Go
work
away.
though, because I was like, no, I don't want you to mow my lawn. Well, do you have any money you could just give me? And honestly, that's fair. I would give it to you to leave.
We'll pay you to leave.
I would, but I don't carry cash. I just don't have cash.
Because then they come back. Mouse and Cookie.
They're not cats.
Andy's like, I tell them to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
When I was your age, I had 16 jobs.
I just don't answer the door anymore.
I would be happy to give them money.
either.
I can't. My dogs are going crazy. I got to get them away. You know, they can smell them on the porch.
Oh, I just like, even if they, like people knock on my door, I don't answer it if it's someone I don't know. And I'd let them know I'm like, my dogs are barking and I'm just like, shut up dogs. And so they know I'm not answering the door. It's like, they can hang out there all they want. I'm not answering the door.
Yeah, I get a lot of Spectrum guys.
It's always Spectrum
lawnmower
guys.
kids.
Vivint security.
Snow shoveling kids.
I had a weird one this week, actually. It was a kid who, and I was already outside. So he got to me. He didn't get to the door because I was doing yard work. And he came up to me and he had a box. He's like, hey, do you have any change? If you put a quarter in the box, you can open the box and see what's inside. And I was like,
fuck?
And yeah, exactly. That's what
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, it sounds like this. Well, obviously this box is going to rip my arm off and kill me. And this kid's a demon.
This is the beginning of Hellraiser.
You might be on his YouTube channel and not know it.
Maybe. Well, because I told him no, because I honestly didn't have change on me.
Who has a quarter?
I know, right? What is this? The 1920s? And so I told him no, and he runs away, and I go around. Yeah, he runs away. He's like, ah, and he just like runs off with this box. But he goes around the back of my house because that's where the street goes, like where you park, Andy. He started going down the street where you live or where you park. And where I keep my garbage is on that side of my house. So I was taking the garbage out. So I walked around and I see him run up and meet with his friends. And he's just like, I found a guy, said he didn't have change. We got to find someone else. And they all scatter the other direction.
I'm pretty sure you found aliens.
Yeah, maybe. Wild.
You're just up to some tomfoolery. That's all that was.
But honestly, I kind of wish I did give him a quarter. I really do want to know what's in that box now.
Who has quarters?
A dick in a box.
I went to a bowling alley last night that was also an arcade. I had a great time. I love bowling. I need to do bowling more. And I'm like the Sniper Tone of picking up spares in bowling, though. It's not great.
Here comes a split.
I got up to my highest score was like a 130, you know? So I'm above 107.
Is that good?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't know bowling that well.
It's not. Well, 300's perfect.
Oh, okay.
So you can see that's pretty far below perfect.
It is. Yeah, that's less than half.
But I had a great time. But they also had an arcade. It was like an old school arcade. You had to put actual change dollars into a machine, get quarters, and put actual quarters in each of the games to play them, which I hadn't been in one of those in forever. And it was terrible, but like kind of in a nostalgic way, it was awesome. It's like most of these games are broken. You put 2 quarters in, it doesn't work, and it won't give you the quarters back. I just want to fucking play skee ball.
Oh, memory unlocked, the red coin return button.
Yeah, it had all those. And I was like, everybody around me was all white trash and stinky and rude. And I was like, this is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Everything I touched, I had to wash my hands afterward.
Did you get a hot dog or a pretzel?
Like, air hockey, bathroom, skee ball, bathroom, milk jug, bathroom. Yeah.
Milk jug.
Yeah, they had this milk jug Carney game toss.
Oh,
okay. You know what I'm talking about?
I thought you were just like, let me take a break from the
Chug
festivities.
some milk. That's the second time I brought up milk this podcast.
The communal milk jug.
I'm going to treat myself.
Everybody takes
the bowling.
Everybody takes a swig.
This was just sitting here.
It's a little chunky. Anyway, back to the story.
That's hilarious.
Dr. Owens is examining Will, to see what he knows. He doesn't remember Dr. Owens either. And he takes a while remembering Mike and doesn't know who Hop is. So his brain is all over the place. And he's just like, they shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy.
Just a boy.
You got any of them French fried taters?
It upsets him. I reckon nobody's going to die today. Mm-hmm. And then
shouldn't have hurt me.
They show him the Mind Flayer picture. And
that's me. I mean, that's the Mind Flayer.
Man.
Dr. Owens is like, look at that sexy motherfucker.
Look at that absolute snack.
It's so funny because Dr. Owens is like, I got an idea. And he wheels in a tentacle in like one of those baby bassinets at the hospital. You know what I mean? After they clean them up.
It's a girl.
Are you familiar with voodoo?
And a fucking blowtorch. Like Ving Rhames is in charge of this operation.
I do love how the way he says, I got an idea. It sounds like he's going to like make this giant leap to save this kid. It's like, we're just going to burn a tentacle in front of him and see how he reacts.
I got a couple guys with a pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Going to go to work on him for a couple hours.
That was a pretty good Ving Rhames.
And Dr. Owens.
There is no you and me.
Dr. Owens gives him the signal after it's clearly affecting Will. Experiment complete. He's like, really hit that thing.
Turn it up.
Shepard 3.
More.
Cook it. Well done. And Hop and Joyce have to almost physically make them stop, right?
For some reason, he's laughing maniacally.
Yeah. This is cooler than the dirt tornado. You know, science is always a little too eager, right? Mm-hmm. We cut to Doc, Hop, and Joyce talking privately. He calls it a virus, remarks upon its hive intelligence. That's what's different. And Joyce is like, well, what happens when my boy is gone?
Can't remember anything else. He can't remember himself anymore.
Mm-hmm. Steve and Dustin are dropping meat all along the train tracks. They've got a couple of buckets of meat. How'd they get that meat?
They're literally chumming.
Aha.
They're throwing
chumming it up.
And they're chumming.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, they're becoming chums.
He catches Steve up on everything that's been going on in his personal life.
Wait, you kept a dangerous monster to impress a girl? Well, it's an interdimensional slug, and it's really cool.
Why would a girl like some nasty slug?
Because it's awesome.
Who wouldn't?
He tells him the key with girls is acting like you don't care. And you wait until you feel it. You know, you that sexual electricity.
I like his metaphor. It's like before a storm, you can't see it, but you smell it or you feel it. The storm you smell. Sorry.
Same thing. Whenever I'm near a woman.
Wait until you smell it.
Whenever
God
I'm near a woman I'm not sure is digging me, I can. Oh, it's time.
Oh, no.
It's time to move in.
I mix my metaphors.
Steve's a bear.
But there is something to that. Jokes aside, when you're young, even like you got the older kids who are now that we're in our 30s, like Steve doesn't know shit either. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is it's all you got when you're a kid is like the senior telling you how to score and like how to be yourself. And they're always giving the worst advice, right? Like vulnerability, that's gay. And then, you know what I mean? Like it's the worst advice, but it's all you got. And like, I remember as a kid getting similar advice, like just act like you don't care. But also, I had a friend tell me that a woman's chest will get red when they're aroused. It'll get like a rosacea kind of a rash, you know, it'll flush.
That's the cooties.
And then you pee on her, and that's how she gets pregnant.
I heard that too. And then the man pees and the girl gets pregnant.
And then meanwhile in sex ed, Republicans are like, stop teaching that. They don't need it. And then even the one we had was like the coach would give you a bar of soap and be like, get in there.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do the blue waffle today, guys. Look at it. That's right. Look at it. There are a lot of people listening right now who know exactly what I'm talking about.
They were just showing us photos of VD and like pregnancy videos and stuff and giving us deodorant and being like, good luck out there.
Blue waffle.
Yeah.
The fuck is a blue waffle?
Stop saying it.
I'm so lost.
It's just a photo that you don't want to see.
Okay. I'm going to Google it later.
But Steve's like, yeah, that's what I always do. It always works, but not with Nancy. Nancy's not like other girls. And you can tell that he's like in hurt mode because he's telling Dustin, "Wait, you're not falling for this girl, are you? Don't fall in love, man. You're just going to get hurt.
They're just going to break your heart and you're way too young."
And then Andy alluded to it. It's a joke, but it's actually really touching because this is something he's never told anyone. He's genuinely trying to help Dustin because he's like, "Hey, it's your hair." He's like, "It's not my hair, man." But at the end of this, it's a full circle. Fabergé Organics. Shampoo and conditioner. Leave it in. And then Farrah Fawcett spray, 4 puffs.
When it's damp.
You tell anybody I told
Not
you that,
wet.
I'll fucking kill you. Mm-hmm. And they walk by one of the dead trees that Hopper marked. And it's sinister.
Yeah. It is sweet that, like you said, he's being real open. And maybe the first time he's been this open and truthful with someone other than Nancy.
He can't tell Tommy he uses Farrah Fawcett spray.
Yeah, he can't. That's a trade secret.
He has to act like this is all natural.
Mm-hmm. Tommy uses it too.
Tommy ain't got much to work with.
Tommy has Bart Simpson hair, right?
Yeah, Homer chokes him until it gets to that exact disposition. Hop tries to Morse code 11, but then abandons that and just talks. And it's heartbreaking. I just want you to know I'm not mad. It's not about you. It's not about our fight. I'm just sorry about everything. I don't want you to get hurt at all. And I don't want to lose you.
Eat your peas.
Promise me you'll heat up some real food, not just Eggos. Eat the peas. I don't care how mushy they are. Oh, it's heartbreaking because you know she's not listening. She's out running around Chicago.
Yeah.
Or whatever, killing people.
And even if she did listen, like you can imagine, even if she didn't, she's at home.
Sure. It's still sad.
It's still sad. And you know that girl's like, fucking eating all the Eggos. I ain't doing any of that.
Peas. My daughter loves peas.
I earned them Eggos.
I don't even like peas.
I don't like peas either.
They
and
grew
like,
on me as I got old.
Peas is like, if peas are in like a bunch of other stuff, they're fine. But just peas?
Like a chicken pot pie?
Yeah.
Or
like a vegetable soup.
Sure. You dip
Andy
a bagel
knows
in
I'm
that
talking
bitch?
about. Yeah. With that add a bagel and you got yourself a...
You see how many
bagel.
people you lost with the cream cheese? That was obviously was going to be on the bagel.
That's the fucking move.
You lost all your allies, and I was finally back with you.
I got to be honest with you. The cream cheese on a bagel is like, you have to have some type of spread on a bagel.
And it's just fucking bread.
Cream cheese is one of the best.
Somebody in the Discord misunderstood me and thought I was saying that in the original argument, I didn't mention cream cheese. But what I was saying, I was kind of defending Andy. I said, I've never once had the thought, oh, cream cheese really ruined this. You know, it's a strange thought to have.
Yeah.
Never. I don't think there's any scenario where that would happen.
Yeah. It's just...
I could be tied to the bed, lubed up.
Go on.
Steve saunters in his hula skirt.
Oh, fuck.
Ready to do what we normally do.
Give you the blue
But he's
waffle.
got a tub of cream cheese. I wouldn't say, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? You got to stop saying that until you know what it is.
I Googled
You have
it.
to
It's a hoax.
Did you see the photo?
I saw pictures of blue waffles and yes, I saw the photo.
Okay, so you were just lying to me for the first minute and a half.
It's a hoax? What do you mean?
It's a
Google
hoax.
it. Google it.
I'm not talking about Google. I'm talking about when we were in high school, there's a specific photo and everyone called it the blue waffle. Like I can verify that I did that. My classmates did that, and listeners who are across the country know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that word. Because I think we've talked about this in our previous coverage.
We
and
have.
even then people message us and we're like, oh my God, I forgot about that. But you're right.
It was a thing. It was a thing. Again, early days of the internet has come up twice and it's never been good.
But blueberry cream cheese is also very good on a bagel.
Now, see, I disagree. One of my least favorite flavors.
Strawberry cream cheese also.
I don't like, just give me plain cream cheese.
Oh, plain cream
For
cheese
sure, plain
is
cream
is the move.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like in a special situation.
But I specifically don't like artificial blueberry flavor. Like a lot of my friends love those blueberry cake donuts. It's a very popular donut. And I just don't like that tang that fake blueberries have.
You're looking at me because it's 100% my favorite donut. At
Not
Dunkin'
just
Donuts.
you, Sean, Jimmy, his ex-wife. Like everybody's like, give me the blueberry ones.
Here's my hot take. I don't like plain ass blueberries. Like regular, I think
get the
plain
fuck out of
blueberries are just so. Sometimes
I don't think you've had a properly ripe one.
probably not, because most of them I eat, I'm like, this is so sour, and they're either sour or
making a
bland.
Fruit medley lately. For lunch every day, I have blueberries, raspberries, and grapes mixed together. Unbelievable.
The grapes is a curveball, but I appreciate that.
Grapes are amazing.
Steve loves grapes. I think like an oatmeal, like a maple and brown sugar, chock full of blueberries and sliced up strawberries
That does sound
with
great.
some nuts. nuts of your choice, particularly walnuts or something, though, would be ideal.
Potentially the D's nuts.
That's peak.
You know?
I haven't eaten that. And I'm trying to lose weight, so I don't eat carbs like that. I don't go all carb crazy. But blueberries is one of those superfoods. Lots of antioxidants, and then like it burns a lot of calories in the act of eating it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Anyway, back to food things. Everybody loves when I talk about food. I have such knowledge. But the doctors are all looking at Will's brain scans, and they're like, fuck that kid. Let's kill him.
Say that to me again. I love that. I love his reaction.
We have bigger problems than the boy. We can't keep delaying the burn. Say that to me again. You're like, because who cares if he dies? He's a poor.
Right.
He's already died once. No one cared then.
If we kill him, that's one less problem.
That's right.
Don't have to. We'll kill the mom and Bob Newby too. Why not?
Quite frankly, Sam, it kills him. That's what he says. And Sam Owens says, say that to me again.
You motherfucker.
And I'll go fucking aliens on your bitch ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Paul Reiser.
I'm going to send you to that planet
That's
where
right.
all the xenomorphs are that come out at night mostly.
And they say he'll be lost by the end of the day anyway. That's interesting new information that we have. He's only got to the end of the day and he'll be completely under the control or whatever. At least amnesiac. And amnesic. I don't know.
Under the control of the mind flayer.
He wants to, and he goes to squeeze his ball. He's got to think. Dr. Owens is a ball squeezer. Joyce is not being patient.
No.
He's like, be patient. She jumps up. The soldiers won't let her through. Will eyes the strap, the gat. Gator needs his gat. He gets a vision, and this is where the audience gets bamboozled. It looks like a now memory, but it's actually the flayer getting an idea, an insidious one.
Them boys are packing.
Mike interrupts him. I saw something. The shadow monster. I think I know how to stop him, but this is all a trap.
It's a ruse.
And Mike looks up. The spy.
That's right. Steve and Dustin trail, they leave that trail of meat to the bus, and Lucas shows up with Max.
I said medium well.
Steve's like, who's that? And then he realizes that must be the girl that's hurting Dustin. His heart, right?
Dustin looks so forlorn that she came with Lucas.
Oh, dude, I got to be honest. I would have been on suicide watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The girl I was crushing on,
my friend,
shows up with Andy. Oh,
we are officially mortal enemies.
Yeah, going down.
Like, Steve, we didn't need all this meat. We'll just use Lucas. It's baked.
But Dustin is a better man than me. He gives Lucas shit for telling her. And then, Lucas is like, well, why is Steve here? This is crazy. I couldn't reach Will or Mike or Hopper. Why do you think I'm with Steve Harrington? It's such a great line.
Yeah.
And then he forgives him, though. He's like, I get it. And you probably didn't tell her right. That's why she didn't believe you.
Does he fully forgive him? Because Lucas goes to shake his hand, and before he can actually shake Lucas's hand, Steve interrupts, like, why is no one helping me but the random girl?
I think
He was going to shake.
I think there's more to that, but I read the scene as... I think it's not even a read. Like, he doesn't blow up on him. He doesn't call him any names. He doesn't storm off. He might be internalizing some residual hurt, but he's outwardly very welcoming to his friend, right? He's no Lucas and Mike in this situation. And I think the writers didn't want to do that all the way again.
I'm glad they wouldn't.
Exactly. It would have been so frustrating. But also just Dustin's a better guy. The party comes first,
He's good.
Bros before hoes.
He's a pretty okay kid. Bros before hoes.
I love how Steve walks by in the middle of this too. How come the only one helping me out is this random girl?
Dickhead.
so
Let's
funny.
go.
Jonathan and Nancy find the Byers house fucked up again, Christmas light style.
All the tunnels.
They're shit-faced.
Yeah, they chug that vodka on the
Drinking
drive
and driving.
there. What the fuck?
Did you take me to my house?
I don't shoot Polaroid.
I don't shoot Polaroid, but Nancy's like, but that's me in my underwear again. How do you keep doing this? I don't shoot Polaroid. Somebody else.
I swear to God, Polaroid sucks.
Yeah, that's got to be like the ultimate noob thing to shoot with.
You know what's hilarious? While we were watching this, he picks up the Polaroid canister. Or I don't know what you call that, like that little thing that.
I got you.
But like, it didn't register to me what that was. So when he picked it up, I like froze it. I'm like, what is that? And I like studied it.
You
I'm
just
like,
could have waited
That's
3
happened
seconds.
to me so many times.
And I'm like, oh, I guess I can't figure out what it is. Play it. It's a Polaroid. Fuck. God damn it.
The worst is when you like pause to like, there's something off in the distance of a scene. You're like, what is
And then it
that?
gets
That's
an
Easter
insert
egg.
shot.
Yeah. Like, fuck.
If only I'd waited.
I thought I was being clever. We cut back to Will in the lab. The doctors have given him like all the Polaroids of the map at his house, and he's using that to try to find what he thinks he knows. Some of the other doctors are so dismissive, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Which is like totally understandable.
Why are we doing here? We just got to kill this kid.
Kill him.
So, officer, can you just shoot him?
Just skip a step, set him on fire. Shut up, jackass.
What if we don't burn the vines? We just burn this kid.
See what happens. We're talking about experiments here. I'm just saying.
Problem solved.
But Will points to a spot on the map and says, he doesn't want me to see there. So they suit up. There's a little bit of a montage. They're still stacking the bus and like prepping it for war,
I love
pouring
the montage
gasoline
music.
around. Yeah.
Boom.
Pour some sugar on me.
Ooh, when you need some love.
It's actually a weird song to use.
I love it.
It works. They should have it's used too much, but that David Bowie song. With gasoline. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
a good one.
great.
That's a good one. And then let's see if this kid's a wizard or a schizo, Doc. And that's basically Sam Jackson's character from Jurassic Park.
Hold on to your butts.
But then the bus is ready to go. And now it's the bus at night. Lucas is the scout on top of the bus with his binoculars. Max asks Steve if it was maybe a bear that he fought. Like, she's still not quite sold.
Don't be an idiot. It's not a bear. Go
Dustin
home.
says,
Just go home.
and to your
Stupid,
point
stinky
earlier,
girl.
Dustin is still hurt, but this is part of the plan as far as Steve's concerned, you know? Why are you even here if you don't believe us? Why don't you just go home? She's like, oh, somebody's grumpy today because Dustin's always nice. And then Steve's like, you're doing it, bud. Good job.
Good job.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Show
and
you
then he
don't.
winks.
Why are you winking, Harrington?
But Max goes up to Lucas and asks her if she misses California. And she gives some backstory that her dad's still there. Billy's her stepbrother. And, they were forced to move to get away from her dad. We don't know why. And he's
Just
really
a fresh start.
He's really mean to her. But she's like, she takes it a step further. She's very mature. I know I'm internalizing the trauma that he's putting on me and then putting that back to you guys. And for that, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that. I know I can be a jerk like him sometimes. I'm angry too, and I'm sorry. I think it's a great moment.
Yeah. Max is a great character.
We were talking about this in the Discord last night, but somebody said that in our original coverage that all of us were convinced that Billy was just going to be some kind of diabolical villain, or I forget exactly what we had been saying back then. And I was like, I stand by that. I think that the way that they set this up is super weird. Like Billy is some like amazingly evil force or something deep is going on there. And it turns out he's your run of the mill racist stepbrother. And it's like, it's strange. Like even in that previous like weightlifting scene, it's like,
There's almost like
yeah.
a Terminator quality to him.
yeah, intentionally. And it becomes more pronounced later. But yeah, so I stand by our misread because it's like, it's set up like he's got something really deep going on.
Well, he also like this season tries to run them down. Right?
Yeah.
So like, he's a terrible dude.
And especially when you think of like where that character goes in later seasons, it's very odd that they leaned in so hard with him being just this like forgivable racist stepbrother who's just psychotic,
Yeah.
It's strange. I know we also were thinking that Bob Newby was going to turn heel at one point. Like, oh, he's just too good. When's it coming? When's Bob going to betray everybody?
Yeah.
I stand by that though.
Hiring Sean Astin has to be a red herring. No, just a good guy.
And I stand by that, though.
It's
Really Ted that's the hero.
For the same reason that I'm standing by this, not saying that Bob's still going to be evil. It's
Right.
not-
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that, having
clear, I could tell
written
Steve.
him as like such a sweet guy, for him to eventually turn heel would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They hear growling in the distance at the bus and he's at 10 o'clock, right? So they realize that Dart is not taking the bait, or they presume to be Dart is not taking the bait.
Dart has that yellow patch
But
on
you
its-
can't see that from that distance, can you?
I mean, you can see it in one of the inserts they put of Dart, but maybe they can't see it from that far
So it
away,
is
to your
in fact
point.
Dart.
Yeah. The one that's kind of hiding in the distance.
And Steve tosses Dustin the lighter and says, get ready.
Maybe he's sick of cow.
He's got the taste for human
What's he
meat.
doing? He's expanding the menu. It's so good.
These are great 80s
He
action movie
spins
lines.
the bat.
Yeah, he does.
Does the thing.
Yeah.
And I love that bit where Max is like, what is he doing? And Dustin goes, he's awesome. He's like, that's his idol, you know? But then they see that there are more than one and they're like, run, abort. Because there's lots of them. And Mike, Will, God, anyone? It's really funny.
Yeah, they all converge on the bus. Steve runs in there because he's outnumbered. So scary. Even to this day, I know how the series goes, but when Steve goes out with the bat and the other dogs start to surround him, I still get that like, they're going to kill him.
There's more than
Oh,
one.
no.
They mostly come out at night.
Mostly.
But then it comes to the roof. There's a hole in the roof. Duh. And it howls at them and ends up running off.
And Steve steps. I love that Steve's like, get out of the way. And like gets in front of, but between
Max.
Max and the demo dog.
Max gets the confirmation that it is a monster. That ain't no bear.
Yeah, it spreads its mouth. Yep.
Does that look like a bear to you?
That's the proof. And Max and Lucas were holding hands right as things got hairiest. That's right.
But the demo dogs leave.
They're going somewhere, right? We cut back to the soldiers in the tunnel. They're on that mission that Will sent them on. Stay frosty, boys. They
Looks like the kid's full of shit, Doc.
Yep, I don't see shit. They get to the graveyard where Hop was. That's where I was. That's where I was trying to smoke that ciggy. Did you see a pack of Lucky Strikes anywhere? Never mind. Ignore me.
Have him get those for me, please.
Stay away from the vans.
And I was playing a game. This is a stupid aside. We don't have time for it. But I was playing a game the other day. A Way Out.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, with the guys that made It Takes Two and Split Fiction.
Oh, the prison one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where you have to like go up to a newsstand and get some change for the payphone. And it's just so bizarre. I don't know what time period this took place in. It seems like the 80s or 90s at the earliest. And he's like, I'll take a pack of smokes. How much for a pack of smokes? And the guy's like, 36 cents. And he's like, 36 cents? Since when? Like he's offended. It's that expensive. And he's like, for a couple years now, where you been? Because he's been in prison. But the whole time I'm thinking like, Jesus, that's such a good deal. You're being a dick.
I remember when they went from
1972 is when it takes place.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I remember when cigarettes went from $3 to $5, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding me.
Yeah, but even then, like they were already 20 in New York, and we just lived in Kentucky. And a $3 pack of cigarettes was money. Mm-hmm. I'd bring a whole carton when I traveled there and just act like a rich person, slinging them around. Anyway, I just thought that was crazy.
You get one.
Anyway,
The fall come rolling in.
yeah. And Will says, "I'm sorry. He made me do it. They upset him." And that's when Mike turns into Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap. I am the spy.
The soldiers all die, and it basically ends with Will telling his mom, I think, you need to get out of here. They're almost here.
They're almost here.
So they're heading to the lab.
And then, yeah, you hear like, yeah, all the soldiers are dead. Their trackers aren't running. You see the little blips coming towards them. You can hear the monsters. It's such a great, like, oh no, I'm building so much anticipation. You see the one monster.
This next episode's gonna rock.
Oh, what a cliffhanger. I hope we get right into it.
And that's the end of the episode. We've got to talk about our favorite moments, our favorite performances, all those fun things. But after a brief break, to hear from one of our sponsors.
Welcome back, Streaming Things class. September has arrived, a month of fresh notebooks, sharpened pencils, and brand new beginnings. Whether you're headed back to school, back to work, or just back to your fall watch list, we're glad you're here with us. Before we close out today's episode, we want to give a huge shout out to the real overachievers of the Streaming Things community, our super patrons. These are the incredible folks who support us at the $25 or more tier each month, and thanks to them and all of our patrons, we're able to keep making this podcast for you. So thank you to John Collins, Sun-Loving Mortal, Xander Barbarian, Daniel Pack, Phil S., Nice Guy Eddie, Deep Substrate Foliated Calkite, Jordan Garvin, Albus Stinkpot, Maddlestat, Susie Callahan, Anthony Corona, Jim E., Lady Trashley, Sean Myers, Just Liz Calabria, Brett X, E. Scramo, Lol Tickler, Svento7, Jay Scramo, AK Ashley Ray, Jay Rich, Upside Down Canuck, Big Butthorn, Josh Stitch, Jer, Kaylee Sampson, Anderson, Rabbit Dog in a Barbie Car, El Bander, Charlie Friday, Alexis Adler, Peaches, Emmy, Haley B, Joe Velez, Trisha Bueller, Suzanne Rode, Sean Callahan, Jadinklage Morgoon, Jen Robinson, Kalisha Reeves, Paula Garcia, Vad Brenda, Aaron Armstrong, Hootie Hoo, Ashley Powers, Casey McCain, and of course, Enza. Thank you all so much for attending class this month and supporting us on Patreon. So without further ado, let's get back to this episode.
And we're back. We found the chocolate pudding. Andy, what is your number 3 favorite moment of The Spy?
My number 3 is Steve and Dustin in the car at the beginning of the episode. How do you know it's not just a big lizard? Because its face opened up and it ate my cat. I just think that the writing and direction of this scene is so funny and endearing and sweet. Like, it starts with just like this awkward silence and, wait, how big was it really? And he's like, well, it was like this. No, it's like this. It's just so funny. And it's everything that I love about the dynamic of these two characters kind of rolled into one. It's very, very fun.
Similar to yours, my third favorite is the Secret to Steve's Hair scene when they're walking on the tracks. Because it's a really great moment where Steve opens up, is trying to help this kid, even with his terrible advice on dating. And we've never really seen the side of Dustin before either, where he's kind of forlorn and he's doubting himself. And he's typically the most confident of the 4 boys, right? And so that's kind of interesting to see him in that position. But yeah, right? You got to have huge confidence to do that at people, unironically. And the way that Steve just is like, I'll help this kid out. It really is the start of a beautiful friendship and a great turn for Steve's character specifically, because he's, a lot of people call him the best babysitter of all time in all of TV history. And it starts here and his secret is so funny. Like, oh, you use the Fabergé and the Farrah Fawcett spray. Don't tell anyone because, heaven forbid a man uses hair product, right? Mm-hmm. It's really funny and endearing. It's my number 3. Kit, what about you?
I have 5 moments listed out, and 3 of them are Dustin and Steve moments. I mean, legitimately, I don't know quite what to do here without just littering the whole top list with those 2 things.
Litter away.
I think I'm going to have to go with the he's awesome moment when he's out there fighting the Demogorgons and Dustin just, he's awesome. Like, it's just like the culmination of some of the emotional stuff earlier, but this is like the fun other side of that coin. But it's like he's a surrogate for me in that moment, because I was also thinking he's awesome. And I was so happily remembering him fighting it at the end of season 1 and ready to see it again. We do get some good action we didn't talk too much about, but like he dodges a few and then whoosh, hits one. And, the fact that he even made it back to the bus isn't super impressive, much less, not that it's not like he gets point stocked for not killing them all, But that's my number 3. Andy, your number 2?
My number 2 is the all the scientists sitting around the table looking at the brain scans and the conversation with, and if the kid dies, then frankly, he dies. And Dr. Owens being like, say that to me again. I just love
say that to my face.
I love Paul Reiser. I love his character, and I love that he's a good dude. And I don't know, just something about like strangers standing up for this child is very, very affecting to me.
Have we ever thought about having the kid fight for the right to live?
Here's a thought. Clearly, he has a fire burning inside him. We could use that. Let's put him in the ring, gentlemen. Let's put him in the octagon.
Steve, you're number 2.
It's my Child Fights Initiative, gentlemen. We already have several contenders.
Get him out of here.
We're gonna get the guy who says, let's get ready to rumble. What's that guy's name? I probably owe him money now by just saying that phrase.
Deep cut.
Yeah, very deep. My number 2 is your number 3. It's the Steve steps up to be a hero scene. He's awesome because he's got the bat twirl. He looks so cool. And I honestly get a little teary-eyed, especially when you get that camera shot from the back of him and he's in the fall looking around. I think he turns at the boys at one point and he just looks so heroic and cool. And you're just transported back to being like Dustin and Lucas's age, looking at the cool senior that's hanging out with you. Like, God, he's so cool. I want to be like him when I grow up. Even though he's like 17.
What the kids call a BAMF.
A BAMF?
A BAMF, a badass motherfucker.
Yeah. He is. That's my number 2. I love that scene.
It's also what Nightcrawler, that's his onomatopoeia when he teleports.
BAMF. BAMF.
My number 2 is the Farrah Fawcett spray. Just had him flip flop for
we
you
just
and
swapped.
I really think that that's a special moment for Steve's character where he's only ever expressed vulnerability to Nancy at that point, and it's not working out well for him. He's now getting his heart crushed on. And he's not going to use that to harden his heart, even though he's given that advice to Dustin. He immediately softens his own yet again and offers himself to another person. You know?
Yeah.
And he tells him, I'll fucking kick your ass if he has a little bit more of a power dynamic now.
Right.
Couldn't tell Nancy that.
I'll beat your ass.
If you tell anyone, Nancy, especially, who's she going to tell, Barb? Got her.
Oh, that's funny. In a dark way, in a way I don't approve of, on record.
That's my number one.
The Farrah Fawcett?
Yeah, it's just so sweet and endearing. I don't need to wax lyrical about it, but yeah, I love the dynamic between these two. And same, it could have been all those moments, just Steve and Dustin moments throughout the episode, but I wanted to throw in the curveball with Dr.
Because I also had the one where they first are in the car on my possibles, and then my whole 3 would have been those guys.
Or who's this random girl? Why is she the only one?
Steve, your number 1?
My number 1 is just the very end, the last scene. There's so much high stakes tension and dread that comes up. And I'm a huge sucker for the movies that they're aping in this scene where you're just kind of like, ooh, like I love that. Oh, I get that reference. And then when you see the blips of the dogs leaving after they kill the soldiers and you know they're headed their way, and the way it cuts to Hopper and Owens behind that glass, like, what do we do? And Will is like, no, I am the spy. I am the spy. It's great, and it's really cool. And it's one of the things I remember most about this season is being so excited by where the show is going to go after this moment, because it's really well done. The tension's really, really there, and I really like it. I love it. What about you? What's your number 1?
That's a great choice. I'm surprised I'm the only one to bring it up on the top 3, but my number 1 is The Breakfast with Murray Bauman. I was going to say The Kiss the night before. I do see that as, to be fair, as 2 separate moments. Because that's just like, 13, 14 episodes of kind of tension coming to a release in that moment. And it's really heartwarming.
Yeah, it is.
More so for Jonathan, but I think it's special and well done, and it's heartening. But that breakfast is just it's such a funny way to break it up afterward. Like they've already broken it up with comedy with Erica and the dolls, but it's just iconic. It's like you said, it was probably ad lib, a lot of it.
Oops.
And how was the pullout? And there's this shy awkwardness. It's a little creepy and stuff.
It's kind of funny for a show that doesn't get into that kind of humor, like that dirty potty mouth humor, and they throw in a pullout joke.
Yo, poop mouth.
Poop mouth.
Let me down, Duffer Brothers.
You duffers with poop mouth.
Yeah, that's my number 1, which brings us to our Easter Eggos, our 80s lore references and inspirations found in the Stranger Things text. That's what they're known for, that we've gleaned from this specific episode. We'll go around the room one at a time until we run out and leave Steve with all the music. Andy.
There aren't many for me in this episode. I clocked in Erica's room. She had Candyland and Operation board games.
Oh, heck yeah.
Candyland.
Those are hella good games.
Steve.
We'll get the obvious out of the way. This has been a low-hanging Eggo.
Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, you doing Farrah Fawcett? No. This is a low-hanging Eggo. It's been around the whole entire season, but this is very much, again, so much aliens in here. The guys at the very end with their motion trackers in a blue tunnel looking into it reads like the Space Marines going into the nest, even to the point where the sergeant or the leader of the group goes, "Stay frosty, boys." Like that's like it's
a quote,
such a direct rip from that. But even the fact that they're finding the shedded skin of Dart is very alien as well, because the xenomorph also expands and sheds its skin, and a lot of characters are like, "Ugh, sticky gooey skin, gross." So yeah, that's the obvious one. I'll get that out of the way quick and soon.
I got an interesting one. The movie Super 8 from 2011.
I love that movie.
Got a long explanation here, but I think it's neat. So like Stranger Things, Super 8 attempts to capture the feel of Steven Spielberg's work, featuring a group of close-knit middle schoolers discovering an extraterrestrial creature that threatens their town. Though Stranger Things is set during the early to mid 80s. And then in this episode, there's a scene of Steve, Dustin, Lucas, and Max hiding out in an abandoned bus in the junkyard while Demodogs attack, which was inspired by the alien attacking the government bus with the kids inside in Super 8.
One of the scariest scenes in that movie, I think.
Yeah, great scene. I think we covered that on the pod, did we not?
We did.
I thought it was cool. Thought that was super cool. Lucas's desire to kill the Mind Flayer. Oh, never mind. That's later.
Oh,
Super 8 comes back, guys.
Okay. Elle Fanning shows up.
I thought that was neat because, like, obviously they're very similar in theme and tone in a broad way, but then there's a very specific homage in this episode, The Spy. Andy.
I'll call out the poster in Max's bedroom, The Endless Summer. It's a documentary about surfing, which is a fun little, hey, she's from California thing.
Tubular.
Yeah.
Was that movie totally tubular?
Nobody actually says that. Well, I do now.
I think the scene where Dustin and Steve and even Lucas and Max sort of talking and having this like very emotional moment right before they get into the real shit, attacking and trapping a monster, is very Jaws to me, because they do that in Jaws where they have that, they're all drinking in the cabin talking about the USS Indianapolis and the shark having doll's eyes. 3,000 men went into the water and 2 came out. I forget what the numbers were. But it's very Quinn and all of them have it like having that heart to heart before they start trying to trap a monster.
It's a great scene.
I love that.
I mean,
scene.
Robert Shaw was so drunk he couldn't do it.
Yeah, and he like begged, like, please give me another shot.
Give me
and
another chance.
And he nailed it.
Yeah, it's a great story. There's a Jaws poster that makes another appearance in this episode too. So I think you might be right about that.
Yeah, is that in Will's room?
I think so. It's when Jonathan and Nancy are going through the house to pick up the Polaroid type stuff.
Maybe that's Jonathan's room.
Maybe. But yeah, I see
Will
it.
doesn't
There's a
seem-
Jaws poster that
Will
I
doesn't
think
seem the
we've
type.
noticed before.
Yeah.
That is really prominent in this episode in particular. So I'm going to mention The Fog, literally, and the movie. I think it's a very purposely reminiscent when the fog comes rolling in, the doom comes with it kind of thing. The movie The Fog, great movie.
Jurassic Park, I'm reminded of Alan Grant's little speech when he's talking to the little boy who's like, it looks like a 6-foot turkey. He's like, you'll see the raptor and whoosh, the other 2 you didn't even know were there. It's what happens to Steve is he sees the one in the fog and he's going for it. And then literally 2 other demo dogs. There are more that come, but you see 2 other ones pop out that he doesn't see coming.
Clever girl.
Yeah, clever girl. So there's Jurassic Park. What do you got?
The whole way that Will is directed in these last couple episodes, but specifically this one and the next, is The Exorcist. They drew inspiration. We talked about it before, but just to bring it up again, he is Reagan, even like being strapped to the bed the way that he is in this episode and stuff. Like it's all, they were like, do this,
Yeah.
but we're not going to break your back.
Isn't the scene where Joyce is going, what's wrong with my boy, where she's yelling at the doctors, isn't that exactly from The Exorcist where the mom's doing the same thing to a bunch of other doctors? Like it's a
You might be right.
shot for shot recreation of that? Well, yeah. Right. What's wrong with my girl? Yeah, you're right. What's wrong with Linda?
Gender's a construct. But now I am empty.
I've got some more. I got a couple more. Steve and Dustin walk on the train tracks. Very Stand By Me. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That scene when Jonathan and Nancy are like in their rooms, like harumphing, and then they meet each other in the hallway and they go harumph back in their room, and then they meet up at the door. It's very Temple of Doom. It's what happens with Indiana Jones and Willie Scott. Because they do the same thing, except it doesn't end with them getting together. It ends with Indiana Jones he gets stuck in the room with bugs, I think.
Yeah.
And but that initial like meeting each other and crumphing back in the room. I think there was an interview where the Duffers literally said that they were inspired by Temple of Doom for this exchange.
Great pull.
He-Man, we already mentioned He-Man. There is a King Crimson poster in Murray's room. King Candy. King Candy. King Crimson. That's a prog rock band from the 70s. And he has a bunch of posters, but the ones I caught were the King Crimson one. And also there's a He's Watching You poster, which kind of leans into his, conspiracy theory, looking out for the man personality, part of his personality, and it's interesting that poster's there because it's got some fun history to it. So that poster, the art was created by Glenn Grohe. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Grohe.
Wayne Grow.
So Glenn created that in 1942 for the U.S. Office of Emergency Management to encourage industrial sector secrecy, meaning like the German is watching you. Don't give out industry secrets that could, hurt us in the war. But when it came out, a lot of people misunderstood the shape because it's supposed to be a German with a German helmet, but it's like a very dark silhouetted figure almost with white eyes. And a lot of people misinterpreted that at the time. They didn't necessarily think like that was a German. They interpreted it as the he was the man or their boss watching them. So a lot of people took it as like, oh, the government's watching me. I got to behave. And because of this poster, they created the U.S. Office of War Information that was created specifically to review designs of propaganda before they went out so that they wouldn't have this issue where people misinterpret the propaganda.
That's the last thing you want.
Yeah, if you're making propaganda, you want people to know.
You want it to be clear.
And then before I get into music, we brought up Farrah Fawcett's hairspray, but also the Fabergé organic shampoo. And this is a big deal because it's 1984, November, right? In 1984, Fabergé was bought out by McGregor Corporation, and thus this product was discontinued.
Oh no, Steve's hair will never be the same.
Yeah, so he's got probably the last couple things of it. Maybe he can get it to stretch for another year if he's lucky, if he can find it around.
He's gonna have to do 2 pumps, not 4.
There's a makeup product that Sarah uses that has been discontinued, and I keep buying it for her for Christmas every year, even though they don't make it. So I'm spending more and more money every year.
Oh, like off eBay?
Yeah, it's getting to a point where it's like $240 for a bottle of what used to be a $30 thing. But every year I'm like, I found it again.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's the numbing jelly that she likes.
It's flavored.
Ooh. And then lastly, I'll go through the music real quick. Amazing song to start this episode off. We got Hammer to Fall by Queen playing when Dustin and Steve are in the car. Love Queen. There is Frost on the Moon by Artie Shaw and his orchestra. That's what's playing when Murray and Nancy and Jaybird are talking about them being a couple. You Better Go Now by Billie Holiday, also playing at Murray's. It's when Jaybird and Nancy are working up their feelings to go Kith. Blue Bayou by Roy Orbison, another amazing song. I love Roy Orbison. Is playing during the breakfast, the oops scene, if you will. And then lastly, another incredible song, Round and Round by Rat, is playing when Billy is lifting his weights. One of my favorite hair metal band songs, Round and Round. So, and that's all the music for this episode.
Love it. Great job, Steve. Now it's time for our 11 out of 10, our favorite performance of the episode. Andy, lead us to victory.
Joe Keery. Steve, he's great. He's so fun in this episode. He's given heartwarming advice. He's an action hero. He's dropping quippy one-liners. This is his episode. And if you guys pick someone else, you're wrong.
Oh, strong words from Andy.
Strong words. I have 3 people that I would love to give it to.
Steven.
Obviously, you can give it to Noah Schnapp because I think he's always doing great work this season. I think Sadie Sink's monologue with Lucas about Billy is also really, really well done.
I think Sadie Sink's best work is yet to come.
Agreed. But I mean, this is maybe one of the earliest episodes where you're like, okay, Max is like a really good character, and I'm really hoping they dig deeper into this.
Yeah.
This person. But ultimately, I'm a fan. I'm a fanboy. And I gotta go with Joe Keery because I got bullied into it by Andy.
We like Steve.
We like Steve.
But we
Actually,
don't love Steve.
Hot take. We love Steve.
We love Steve.
We love Steve.
I picked Joe Keery as well.
Yeah, we
all everybody. Not because of the bullying. I do not fear Andy. I had it written down already.
I'll stab. I'll stab you, sir.
That's a we all everybody for Joe Keery. And now it's time to visit Dr. B's F Shack. Step into the Nina.
Welcome, boys. I cleaned.
Step into my F Shack.
Ignore the stains.
You're about to get a terrible wound.
Ooh, terrible wound. If you guys don't remember, this is the segment where our mods send us clips from our previous coverage in 2017. And we got to guess what we were talking about back then through those clips. And usually they're awful clips and they don't age well. But we're here to deduce what is happening. Are you all ready?
We don't deny our history.
I'm ready.
Here we go. Clip number 1.
This is where polyamory would spare feelings. You know, we have a nice, real love triangle.
What was the beginning of that?
This is where polyamory would spare feelings. You know, we have a nice, real love triangle.
You have a Werther's in your mouth?
I was going to say, am I sucking on a Jolly Rancher?
Actually, Erica did message me at one point. She said, like, yeah, that episode, Chris is eating something, and it is disturbing. The entire episode.
It's polyamory, Erica.
That's what you're eating?
Yeah. I that had to be suggesting that Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan all just bang it out.
Mm-hmm. They become a throuple?
Yes.
Chasing Amy style.
That's my guess.
Okay. Yeah, it's got to be that. Right, Andy?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's see what they write. Talking about Nancy and Jonathan finally hooking up, Kit calls it bittersweet because now everyone likes Steve. Steve points out the role reversal because for season 1, everyone liked Jonathan. Andy did not want it to happen at all. Kit comes with the solution, polyamory. Fascinating.
Yeah,
how perspectives change with Steve over time. Mm-hmm. Andy's like, I don't love love. No. Do not fall in love, Jaybird and Nancy.
I do love Steve, and I feel like it was a downgrade switching to Jaybird.
I mean, not to take a joke and run it into something actual, but that in conjunction with your defense of Ted would just imply women are not safe around you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Paired together, those two beliefs. That's all I'm.
Steve's a. What do you have against Steve?
Steve's a great guy. He's not right for Nancy.
Yeah, the creep that takes pictures of her while she's getting dressed is the right one.
Okay, you got me there.
Hey, Andy spends a lot of money on discontinued products.
I'm just saying
for his significant other.
He takes good care of women and also believes they should settle.
Season 4, he's just a stoner and a liar. He's the wrong one.
All right, let's go to number.
Ted is not dangerous to women. No. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Okay, let's listen to clip number 2.
We were playing with fire and some kerosene, and I had really long hair, and we were stupid kids. It caught my whole head on fire. I had 3rd-degree burns and stuff.
Jesus Christ. And Andy was just laughing.
And that was
It was really funny. I'm sorry.
Didn't you just tell this story not too long ago?
I feel like I did, but yeah, I was at Andy's house when that happened.
Yeah.
That's how I got my first Pulp Fiction Blu-ray. Might have been DVD.
Probably DVD.
What was the story
It would have been 2004.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on why your hair was on fire. What was that?
We were playing with kerosene. It was just a hobby of ours.
Yeah, we were hacky sacking flaming toilet paper rolls earlier in the day. But at that time, we were just building a fire and I was pouring the kerosene on it. And it went back up into the can and I panicked and blew it out. But in the act of blowing it out, I got kerosene on my face and didn't know it. And then just did it again. And then when I went to blow it out, it just caught. And I had like long Van Halen hair.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa.
Man.
And it was funny.
And I went to the hospital and Andy laughed.
So then we had to be discussing Steve pouring the kerosene to trap the Demogorgon, right? That's gotta be
I forgot about how we were talking about it in the context of the show. There's no telling why we were talking about that. It didn't need a reason, but yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what they write. They write during the cold open, Kit came to the realization that Will literally felt the flames at the end of last episode as the vines were being flamethrowered. He is horrified by this and feels awful for Will. He then relates the story to a story about catching his hair on fire and how awful that was. Kit says that his experience only lasted a few seconds and he can't imagine the pain that Will went through. It was really funny. I think he's talking about your story, not necessarily Will burning.
Yeah. That would be a Steve thing to laugh at.
Man, I mean, that is funny that like you told that story without realizing we were going to talk about Steve dropping kerosene later. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we've told numerous of me specifically. I tell numerous of the same stories because I'm an annoying person.
We've been doing this for 8 years.
And I don't really mean repeats. Women aren't safe around you.
I'm offended.
That's why I prefaced it. I was like, I'm worried this joke is going to actually offend you.
Offended.
And it still didn't work. I tried to pre-haste it.
Mm-hmm. Don't pre-haste me. You lost that right.
I do think you believe women should settle, but they're not unsafe.
No.
I doubled down for extra humor. It was not a good move.
Don't like it. Don't like it. Offensive. Offended.
And with the chain hanging out, and bitches be tripping. You know?
I'm just saying Ted's a good man and he's going to have his arc.
You've been screaming from the rooftops, and I'm so excited to watch season 5.
Gonna happen.
And he's not even in it.
I hope it becomes Rambo and just like takes off his shirt.
And I would, oh my God, I would love that. I would like to think that she will end up back with Steve, but I don't think that that's actually what's going to happen. And I'm sad.
Really? You think that would be a good thing for them?
Andy is Team Stancy.
Yes, Stancy.
Not Team Jancy?
Well, at this point, I want the polyamory, and I want Steve and Jaybird to end up together.
There we go. They should kiss.
Yeah.
That would be the best ending.
Steve and Jaybird end up together?
Yeah.
I like that. I'm Team
that.
Steve-a-thon.
I'd like to go on a Steve-a-thon.
Me too.
Clip 3. We're going slow.
Clip 3.
It's instilled to them instinctually. Like there's animals in the real world that are born in a place, but when they grow up, they know, oh, so we go to this part of the continent to fuck and then go back and lay our eggs where they were born. They ideally wouldn't, they've never been to that place where they have the mating rituals, but they still go there every year, kind of like sea turtles and penguins and all that.
Okay, so when you started speaking, I thought it was me. Just for a split second. And I was like, holy shit, it's true.
You finally realized the thing?
It's true. Wow.
And that's coming from you, so it has to be a real thing.
Damn. Me, Steve, speaking right now, thought that clip of Andy sounded like me.
Me, Andy, really wants to see that dick.
Me, Chris, confused.
Well, why was I talking about...
Did you see that the anonymous person that sent that quote has joined our Discord? Yeah, we got a new Discord member that was like, that was me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They joined the Discord finally, and they shared that story, and everyone's like, the legend has arrived. Oh my gosh, Queen.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, why am I talking about migration
I was
patterns?
distracted.
Demo dogs, maybe? Like the running around at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Mating patterns of the African swallow.
Something
Was it African swallow or
instinctual.
European swallow?
Maybe we're talking about like, why is there a graveyard where all these dead things are just in this, like the dining room of the tunnels? And maybe it's like there's this instinctual thing where the demo dogs take their food and they eat it there. And that's why there's just this graveyard there. That's the only thing I can think of.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. Run it.
Run it? Okay. Number 3, Steve explaining to Kit how the baby Demogorgons will throw up, know how to return to the upside down since they were not born in that dimension. Andy loves the comparison of Demodogs to sea turtles, claiming March of the Sea Turtles.
Why the fuck?
Like March of the Penguins, but with a different animal altogether.
Yes.
Okay, Andy.
Or was it Steve?
Oh, we'll never tell.
All right. Okay.
Okay, number 4. Here we are.
Things are starting to look spoopy. Looking pretty spoopy.
Spoopy?
Never heard spoopy?
No.
I've never heard spoopy.
Okay.
I hang
Dude,
out with
Andy
young
said
people too much.
Spoopy so much.
Old Murray. Streaming things, old Murray Bauman over here.
Yeah.
That's what the origin of Spoopy?
Is that Spoopy?
Did I tell you guys about Spoopy?
Because Andy would not let Spoopy go forever.
Am I your
Spoopy's
Spoopy
like
plug?
just part of my lexicon now, man.
That's hilarious.
I mean, there's a lot of
Things are getting spoopy.
there's a lot of spoopy things.
Yeah, so it's got to be like
Overall thoughts, maybe?
or like the Will leaning into the exorcism stuff with
That's a good guess.
like they come out at night mostly,
Mostly.
whatever the fuck he says.
I don't know. Just tell me.
Let's see what it is. They talk about the ominous shot of the yellow flag by a dead tree. In a previous episode, Andy wondered why they had placed yellow flags. They conclude that they still don't know the purpose, but it does add some spookiness into the story.
I don't believe you.
What?
I don't believe you that we didn't know that the very obvious reason is to see how much the infection is spreading, because
I
that's
don't
what
know.
you use those for.
We're pretty dumb now. Imagine what we were then.
I'll accept it because it's mostly on Andy in this situation.
And as we know, women aren't safe.
No, you're actually offended by that. It was clear.
It was a horrible thing to say.
Was a clear.
This is going on YouTube. That was a terrible thing to say. It was offensive.
That was a clear joking hyperbole.
Terrible.
We love
Terrible.
Andy.
I love the idea that Andy's accusing me of saying something that's too far.
Horrifying.
Coming from Andy.
Horrifying.
I love this arc that
You're
this segment's
suddenly
going
now
through.
worried that people watch this show?
Yeah.
Since when?
It's
Listen,
terrifying.
We got
It's
to
a
put this
horrible
to
thing
bed
say.
right now. We wouldn't have anyone on the show that would make
Of
people feel
course
that
not.
way.
The only reason it's funny is because Andy's such a nice guy.
He is such a
terrible
nice guy.
thing
He's
to
an
say.
amazing host.
Who does think women should settle
I'm a generous lover.
safely.
We love Andy.
Wait, what were we talking about with the flags?
We don't know.
Well, there was that shot of the flag when Dustin and Steve are
Yeah.
walking on the tracks, and you see the flag that
After
Hopper
the-
had put out.
After the Farrah
Earlier.
Fawcett is when it got spoopy.
Yeah. So I guess it was just an ominous, ooh, the flag, the spread, the whatever. They're walking into danger.
Gotcha.
But here's our last one for the day.
Me do.
Balls. I dig it.
For sure.
Swing away, Meryl.
Steve balls. I dig it. After we love Steve meat guy. Wow. Steve things.
Didn't we say we love Steve?
We've been loving Steve since day one.
I know.
Quoting signs randomly in there. Swing away, Meryl.
Yeah, I heard that. That had to be you.
Yeah. It was
Did I
Randy.
open that by saying Steve's balls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But why? That's what we have to figure out.
Maybe it's just we're commenting on Steve with the bat going out to fight the demo dog because he's got
big balls move.
Swing away, Meryl. We love Steve.
That's it, baby.
has to be it, right?
Lock it in.
Nailed
All right,
it.
lock it in. Number 5. Kit points out that Steve takes a about to hit a baseball stance when confronted with many Demogorgons,
the little-
pivoting his foot in the dirt.
Digging in.
Does he pivot his foot?
Yeah, he like his left foot kind of digs into like a sandlot kind of thing.
He takes the bat and he points into the sky as if to call his shot.
A Babe Ruth.
Yeah. And that is the end of our Into the Nina. Thank you for joining me, gentlemen.
Thank you to the mods for doing all that work, and thank you to Dr. B for letting us into his F shack yet again.
Andrew's always welcome.
And
Thank you, man.
I feel safe when he's here.
Andrew is my comfort blanket.
I would never make any jokes.
That's why I call him my blankie. Because I feel safe when he's wrapped around me.
Andy,
Yes.
now it's time for you to take us home with whatever story we crafted.
Well, I have graffitied this, so it's now called the Banff S Spare Me. And there's a little sketch of you guys.
Oh, you were doing art over there?
Yeah, I was distracted. I'm sorry. Okay. So, this is the story that you guys wrote at the beginning of this episode entitled Spare Me.
Spare me.
And I believe this takes place first person from Murray Bauman. Also, I discovered that you can play MadLibs solo. You just don't read the story, but it tells you to fill the things out up here. And that's funny and sad to me. No one believed me at first. Murray Bauman, he's surly, they said. He's a real Fluglies head. Do you know what I say to those ankle weights? Go ahead and edge at my alien findings and belt buckle research. But how does it feel knowing that I, crazy Murray Rockefeller, predicted the presence of Russian gators here in Hawkins?
Russian gators?
Huh? Who's laughing now? Well, not me. We've got a salty issue on our hands. My years as a pro wrestler have prepared me for the worst. But not for something like this. There's not even enough pickle juice to get me through what's going on in this squirrely town. To think, I'm now joining forces with a bunch of burnt 2-year-old kids and Jim Dominator of all people to stop the anal beads from invading. 1 second, it's merry teenage nonsense. The next, a couple of arguing bathrobes. Spare me. Is it my favorite way to work? No. But whatever it takes to bludgeon back the curtain and take down the man. And that, gentlemen, is Spare Me.
I really love that he used to be a pro wrestler and now he's working with Jim Dominate, which is the most pro wrestler
Jim
name
Dominator.
of all time.
And a bunch of burnt 2-year-olds.
Jeez. It was that the thing you're like, this is going to be funny.
That's the part where he was like, all right, I see the comedy. That's it. That's the end of the show. It's a train wreck, as you guys like, apparently. We appreciate you. Next week, be really excited. Actually, in a couple days, we're going to be breaking down everybody's favorite episode, Chapter 7, The Lost Sister.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
And then, of course, the last episode. Is it 8 or 9 this season? 9. The last 2 episodes. And then 3 and then 4, motherfuckers.
Yeah, going through them all.
Surprise.
Dokes.
The Bay Harbor Butcher himself.
I know they're watching Stranger Things. I just can't prove it.
Tonight's the night.
That's all the time we have for right now. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this was Streaming Stranger Things.
Happy streaming.
I just picture playing MadLibs with Batman, and it's so frustrating because no matter what you ask him, he goes, justice.
Justice.
That's not a verb.
Justice.
It is when I do it.
Adverb Justice Lee.
Person in the room. Gordon.
Batman.
Oh, shit.